Hello guys, this is Virender Singh and this is one more video from our side on the Mastercam Multiaxis tutorials and toolpaths. We are creating few videos on the Mastercam Multiaxis toolpaths and we was cover the different kind of operations like as curve, swerve and along curve. And now in this video we will cover one of the most using and special operation. This is called as parallel. We will not just cover the parallel toolpath, but we will also cover each and every single parameters of the cutting parameter, and the cutting parameters are same for the parallel, for the morph and along curve. So you will get all details and data about that, how you can create a good toolpath for the parallel as well as all the cutting parameter, and what are the challenges we will facing when we creating any parallel toolpath, and what will be the solutions for this. So this is one basic model which I am choosing for creating or explaining the parallel toolpaths. Now I am just starting. These are the few toolpaths. This is the number one toolpath I would like to show you as a simulations, and after that I will create toolpath in front of you. So this is my toolpath 1, this is my toolpath 2, this is my toolpath 3. So now for creating a new toolpath, I just delete each and every single toolpath. So for deleting everything, I just click delete all operations and OK. Now I have to create a toolpath from a very basic and starting. So for creating a parallel toolpath for the multi-axis component, this is a simple component we can create with the help of 3 axis also, but we need to create in a multi-axis because there are some undercuts. Long deep areas are available here, and this is a very good model to understand what is the strategies and steps which we are using with the parallel toolpath. So we have to click at here. This is my parallel toolpath for the Mastercam 2022. In the Mastercam 23, parallel toolpath is now combined with the unified toolpath, and we will learn for the unified toolpath for the different video. So for now, just click on a parallel toolpath. Parallel toolpath means we have to create a toolpath that should be parallel to the surface, to the curve or to the angle. So as per the all toolpath, first step that we have to select a tool. We have to go and select a tool. For this we are just choosing a 12 mm of ball nose. In the next step we just came here for the cut parameter. At cut pattern we have the 3 options how you want to create your toolpath, with the parallel to the curve, parallel to the surface, and the third option is the parallel to the angle. As we select the parallel to the curve, parallel to the surface and parallel to the angles, here the parameters are also going to be changed. So in the first step I would like to show you creating a toolpath with the help of parallel to the surface. So this is I just choosing, I have to create my toolpath parallel to the surface, and at here you have to select define a surface. For example, if I choosing the surface, so it means this is my surface which I am choosing the parallel, and this will be my path for my tool path. So I just select this tool and select this surface and just say end selection. Now at here, this is so the drive means at here we have to choose the machining geometry, the area where we have to create the tool path, and tool will be remove the material. So I just came here and select this surface and just say end selection. Now at here all is done. I just make the tolerance value, this is again I just have to came here in a cutting parameter. I just have to select the surface. This is my machining geometry, and at here in a tolerance I just provide 0.1. so it means when you are giving open tolerance, it means your toolpath will be created in a less time. When you are working on a multi-axis, make sure always you have to give the tolerance value for the creating the first toolpath is the less, so your toolpath processing time will be the less. In the next step I have to came on the tool axis control. In a tool axis control there are the multiple options which we already learned about that over the first 4 to the 8th or 10th number of video, what are the multiple options for the tool control. So for now I am using the from chain, it means I have to control my tool path from about chain. Now I just click at here and click on a curve and how I want to controlling this. So I just say closest point and just say OK. So now what is happening? This is my tool path I just created with the help of as per the I just define this surface and define this. So my I and told H here my tool path have to be created and per the parallel to this surface. So now this is my tool path. Now again I have to came in the parameters. Now step by step now we will learn about and discuss about what are the parameters we have to define. So this is we have to came, this is my tool path. Now this is not going to be looking so good, and the reason behind that, the tool is lifting right at here, and in a lifting at the linking parameter we just say for the small gaps blind, for the large gap retract to the clearance area. It means when it's large area, large gap more than the 100% of tool diameter, so for that one area tool is going to be going at the it start retract to the clearance height. H here I just define the blind spline. It means my tool path will created a blind spline or some little smooth things, so this will help us. In the next step, this tool path is still not good because my tool is came from this direction with the collision. Look at this. This is my tool is came with this direction. So what will happening here? Accidents will be came. So how we can control this? So for controlling these kind of things, when my tool have to be came or the at that point, so that portion we can controlling from the linking parameter. For the linking parameter portion I will create a separate video, but for now I just show you how we can control that also. So for this is my clearance area type, that is previously automatic. I just change this and create as a plane and just say OK. So now my tool path is going to be regenerated, and what is happening? My tool path is regenerated and it's showing looking like that. Once my tool path will be finished, it's going upper direction, and after that came to the down. I have to came here at the parameters, step or value just define 2 for the taking the last time. H here in a linking parameter I just say user define, take it as automatically, and one more time just save and regenerate it. So now what is happening? Now my tool path is created as a perfect way. My tool have to be came from the upper direction. At the upper direction this height will be 150 mm. This will be came at here, and after that it will be came for the cutting. So now this is fixed. Now we have to learn the detailed parameter about the cut pattern, what all the different kind of parameters are there, and how we can controlling the tool path with the different methods. So this is my basic tool path for the parallel tool. This is my basic strategy for the parallel tool path, and now I would like to show you how my tool path will be cut with the help of parallel. In the parallel tool path, when we select a parallel tool path with the surface, we are defining this surface, and now my tool is running just like parallel to this surface. Tool is coming like this, the parallel to surface consistently from the last portion to this. Now for example, my tool have to be came step by step. Now we learn about each and every single parameter in a parallel. Now I have to came in a cut pattern. The first thing is the area, how my tool is going to be cutting. We learn about that. We can create the tool path from the 3 different method: curve, surface and angle. We learn from the step by step these. This is my area where I have to define the geometry which I have to cut. Machining offset, it means if you want to provide some offset at my geometry, so you can define right at here. In area or type there are 4 number of methods. Full, avoid, cut at edge end, it means your tool have to be going to the at the last edge of my surface. Full, start and end edge, it means my tool path will be going at the last edge of my surface portion. For example, understanding to this, I just create a copy and paste and came to the parameter, just go in a cut parameter and just select the second one. Now I would like to show you the different, what will be the different for these both of these. So now just look at from the top view, my last tool path for this one, it's make a lot of space from the last edge of, and for example this is coming right last came at here at the last portion with this surface. This is the distance due to the step as per the step over value. So I hope you will get idea about that. If you are providing this, the first one, full avoid cut as edge exact edge, it means it will be provide some area, giving some gap from the edge portion. And if you are selecting full start and end of the edge surfaces, it means it will starting from the last edge of my surface. In the next step, determine the number of cuts. It means you can define the number of cuts, how many cuts you need. For example, I just say I need total number of 5 passes and just say OK. So what will happening? Toolpath will be created just total number of 5 passes from the starting portion. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these are the total number of 5 passes for this one. Now in the next step, for example, the limit cuts by one or end points. It means if you are defining the limit cuts, so there is some options should be on it here. You have to define the two limits. For example, at here first limit is this and second limit is this. So what will happen? My tool will be created the path between both of these limits. The first limit is this and second limit is this. So this tool path is going to be cut between both of the limit portions. So this is the basic details about the area and type, how you can control from right at here. In the next step, I would like to show you the round corners. Round corners is not more complicated. We will cover in the next step. Now we have to came on extend and trim. If sometimes required, we need to extend our toolpath as per the need. If needed, we can also shorten our toolpath. So if we just click on this one portion, now what will happen? One option is just added and at extend and trim. If we are just closing this, so my option will also blank. So I just click on this. Now my option is on for the extend and trim. So what you want to do, if you want to do the extend, you can give the value as per the positive and the negative. So for example, we have the two method. We can defining with the help of percentage of tool diameter and we can define the direct value in mm. So now we are defining this 200%. It means this is my pass, so it will extend with this direction. This is my pass, so it will extend at the end direction. So for example, I just defining at the start and end is the 200% from the tool diameter. So now what will happen? It is going to be automatically extend at this one direction and this one direction. Sometimes we need to extend these portions because we have these kind of tool paths or models where the extra material is available and we need to make a clean area. So for these purpose we need to extend these portions. So now this is my side extend. If we need extend in this direction and this direction, for example, now I just extend these with the help of value. I just extend 20 mm with this one and the 10 mm for this direction. So this is my toolpath way and it will be extending like this. So now just look at this. So my toolpath is going to be extended 20 mm with this direction and 10 mm with this direction. So we will also cover that how we can make this portion also properly in the next step. So this is now I hope you get understand about how you can controlling with the help of extend or trim. If we need to trim, so we need to give the negative value for the toolpath. Now in the next step we have to understand what is the containment for this H here. For the containment we have to just click at here. For example, the containment, it means it is similar to the 2D or 3D toolpaths. The containment is just a geometry where we are defining just this is my containment boundary. So what will happen? So my toolpath will be just cutting only this one portion which we are providing as a containment. So just look at this, we can just controlling or limiting my tool path if needed, we need it. So we can do this as per the containment, and so this is option is available right at here. If we are clicking on this, so my one option is add on, and we can easily control my tool paths as per the containment area. So in the next step, now we are going to discuss about so in a parallel toolpath next step we have to discuss about the next option, which is known as flip step over. What is the meaning of the flip step over? In the flip step over, it means where is your starting point and where is your end point. At here, look at this, my tool path is starting from this direction, my tool have to came at here, start to cut from this, and end will be showing to the same like this. If sometimes we need this is in opposite direction, so what will happening, we have to just check mark this. So what will happening, my tool will have to be starting from this direction, my tool is going to start to cut my part from this, and end will be like this. So if you want sometimes flip my starting and the end position, so you can just click it here, so your step over will be flipping. At the starting point, what will be the starting point for this? For example, this is my tool path, so green is always our starting point. So if sometimes we need that my starting point should be not like this side, my starting point should be from this portion. So we have to came on the parameter, and you can click on the start point. At the starting point, when you are clicking the start point, one option is came at here, and you have to define the position. For example, this is my starting point already, so I want to start with this point, so I just click at here and just click and regenerating my toolpath. So what will happening, my starting point will automatically going to be switch from this direction to the okay, just look at this. So for that you need to flip the tool path, and now my starting point is automatically came at this portion. So this is the basic idea that you can choose right click with the click of H here. In the next step we have to learn about the cut method. There are the three methods for the cutting purpose. We can choose multiple time with the different kind of method. The first is zigzag. Zigzag means my tool have to be starting from this one portion, and it will be cutting same like as a zigzag, as I am currently using. This is my zigzag pass. Just look at this, this is starting from this, consistently cutting like that. In the next step, I just copy this tool path and paste, and I choose the another option. In the place of zigzag, I choose one way. At here, one way means my tool have to be came from the one portion. Once my pass have to be completed, my tool have to be lift again and going to the next pass. So this is the method of one way. And in the next, this is the spiral, which we are generally using for the closed surface portion. This is we are generally using for the closed surface portion. If we have closed surface, so we can define the spiral, so it will be consistently cutting from the up to down. When we are choosing the zigzag, it means there are three methods. When we are choosing one way, one method, there are also three methods. For example, we are choosing the zigzag. At here there is a standard, center away, and outside center. Standard is the basic method which we are using. It will starting from the one portion to the going the another portion. In the next that is from center away. It means my tool path have to be start from the center of my portion, and it will going to be cut centered from the center to the outside direction. So this is the basic example I am going to create for you. So just look at this. My tool is going to start to cut from the center portion, and smoothly it is going from the center to the outside. If we are choosing the another one option, I just copy this tool path and paste. If you are choosing from outside to center, it means your toolpath will be starting from the outside, and at the end puts at the from the outside, start from the outside, and slowly it's come to the inside portion. So for example, I just click OK, and now just look at this, the simulation for this toolpath. So this is came from the outside to the inside. So this is cutting in a very beautiful way. It's starting from the outside and now came to the inside. So this is the best way of part cutting. So now you can say this is going to be accident, but my purpose is not going to show you where it is going to be accident. My purpose is for here show you the function and how it's work. If you want without accident, you have to just go to parameter. At here we are selecting the standard one. So at here these are the our parameters which I just show you in a parallel toolpath how it's going to be work and how it's going to be react. So now these are all the parameter in the cut pattern. Now we have to came on the curve what are the parameters and what the things we can choose with the help of parallel to the curve and with the parallel to the angle. In the next at the here, now I would like to show you create one new toolpath with a parallel to the line or a parallel to the curve. I just came to the parallel, just create a new toolpath, came here in a cut pattern. I choose the method is parallel to, actually click on this and I choose line. So this is the line which I want to create the toolpath parallel to this line. Just say OK. Now the machining geometry, again I have to define the machining geometry is just like this, and I just say OK. So now it's so tilt curve is missing. Okay, something is missing, and what is the missing? Again I have to came in the parameter, and the missing portion is in a tool access control. I just say from chain, but I was not defining the chain portion, that's why it say the something is missing. So I just defining how my toolpath will going to be controlled, and now this is my toolpath. It's start to cut from the one portion, and now as you can see here, when I was choosing the last time parallel to the surface, it means it was cutting parallel to this surface like that, and now if I was choosing the parallel to this curve, now according to that it is just cutting like this. So this is the overall thing that you want to make sure when you are choosing the parallel toolpath. Make sure what will be the parallel curve or surface. So toolpath will be created according to that. So now as you can see here, this is my parallel to the surface toolpath, but the challenge is that here. At here step over is perfect, but at here the step over is little large. So what will be the solution for this? This is the one of the most complicated thing when the new user or new person when starting to create the toolpath, and he will not get a proper solution for this. So for that one you have to came on a parameter, and this option is just available when you are using parallel to the curve toolpath. You have to come on advanced option for surface quality. At here from the approximately to you have to select exact and just say OK. So what will happening, my toolpath is now again going to be regenerated, and once my regeneration is completed, my toolpath is going to be proper and fixed as per the surface. So as you can see here, this is the best toolpath method which we are going to create the parallel to the curve. It is starting with the very smooth portion consistently, and at here. So I hope you will understand each and every single parameter for the parallel toolpath. In the next and last and final parameter for the parallel to the angle, now I would like to show you how it's going to be work. when you are talking about the parallel to the angle, we have to came in the angle machining in XY and machining in Z. How you would like to create the machining for the XY and machining in the Z? It is XY, this is Z. So for example, if you are machining, there are the two methods, constant to Z and the parallel. For example, we are machining XY portion right at here, and this is the Z angle how we are creating when my tool path should be in this. So there are the two methods. We are just clicking right at here. So this is the one of the basic method. And the angle portion, when we are cutting the parallel toolpath, we are mostly using the parallel to the curve or the parallel to the surface. The angle we are using very less. If you have a special particular project or if you have any doubt on a parallel toolpath, feel free to write back, comment on our videos. Definitely we will try. Hope you will learn a lot from this video. So keep learning, keep growing. All the best for your future.